Welcome back to the channel. My name is Abon. Welcome back to Local to Global with KV Mechelen on FM22. Since we last met, things have taken a bit of a turn. We'll have a look at what happened off camera in just a second. But today, we're hosting Cercle of Bruges, who are 15th. And it's a chance for us to maybe get a win, because we haven't won since the winter break. I'll just say that much. If you're enjoying the series, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. Yeah, we've hit a bit of a duck in terms of wins, so hopefully we can get a win today against the Green and Blacks. So the winless run started last episode when we lost 2-1 to Zulte, a game where we didn't really have much possession. We created like small chances, but really struggled in the final third and ended up losing 2-1 after the keeper made a mistake and Kuipers got the winner. And since then, things haven't really got any better. So let's see what happened in the 5 games I played off camera. Calls to Fischelis. Here's Saitu. Mutasami to Mechelen. And he's found Saitu with the ball over the top, and it's a finish past the goalkeeper, and Kortrijk lead 1-0 in Mechelen, half an hour in. Mavinga out wide here. Here's Noster to Van den Enden. Here's Storm. And Basilio's come up from left back. Esahel. Storm. Basilio with the ball back again here. Oh, and the goalkeeper's had a really bad one there. Basilio squeezed the ball in just before half time. It's 1-1. Basilio to Esahel. And a good switch. Mavinga's got lots of space out wide here. Finds Traore. Traore pulls it back for Mavinga. Here's Van den Eden, and it's in off the post. Van den Eden continues his goal scoring form and gives Mechelen the lead 54.5 minutes in. Out wide for Budiaf. And a cross. And as a handball, it's going to be a penalty for Kortrijk. Well, the penalty was given after the referee viewed the monitor, and Mikin scores to equalise for Kortrijk in the 86th minute. It's 2-2. Copolaro to Niat. Niat goes long, finds Nunez with a great ball, but he's tried to chip the goalkeeper there, but it hasn't quite come off. Nuhu. Brought down by Botnovic, who's already on a yellow, and that's going to be his marching orders. And the 92nd minute, they're down to 10. Dierks with a free kick. Oh, and it's beaten everybody and the goalkeeper. And Westerlo take a 1-0 lead with a free kick 12 minutes in. Throw in. Qatar to Basilio. And across looking for Togi. And there's a shove in there. And that's surely a penalty for Mechelen. Penalty given by VAR. 20th minute of the game. It's William Togi to try and equalise here for Mechelen. And he does. It is 1-1 in the 20th minute. Try and find a cross in there for someone. There's players in there. He goes back to Sandy Walsh. It's Mavinga, and that's a great effort. It's hit the bar. Basilio's rebounded, but he was offside. It's not going to count. Well, we're underway here at the Frank Berrier Arena. It's Ostender hosting Mechelen, who are now behind. Guay has scored inside 40 seconds. It's 1-0 Ostender. Ostender just happened to pass the ball around for fun here, and we're 13.5 minutes in. It's Basila to Guay. With a Sailor, and he's beaten the keeper, and it's 2-0 Ostender inside 14 minutes. And there must have been about 20 passes leading up to that goal. Here's a Wuzu trying to find a ball into the box, and there was a header away, but there was a shove there on Guay, and Ostender going to get a penalty here. 38 minutes gone. Chance for Guay here to make it Ostender 3, Mechelen 0. And the keeper has gone the wrong way, and that is the scoreline. What a dreadful 45 minutes for KV Mechelen. Van den Eden with the free kick. And it's fallen to Neuster with a rebound, and they do have a goal. It's 3-1, but it's far too little too late now for Mechelen, with 83 minutes coming up. Sankon with the corner kick. It's a Poku with a header, and it's an easy set-piece goal for Lamel. It's 1-0, 20 minutes gone, and Mechelen's miseries continue. Here's Kadiri to Gronbeck. And Kadiri with the ball back again here, and he squeezed it in at the near post. It's 2-0 Lamel. And Mechelen are just not having a good time at the moment. No, we are not. As I said at the start, we haven't won since the winter break. 3 defeats and 3 draws. Some rotten luck in there, but we should have picked up 3 points in some of these. Like the Westerlo game, A 1-1 draw at home isn't good enough. And that free kick that they scored, DX, that was their one and only shot on goal the entire match. We had 10 shots on target, XG 2.68, some of that is the penalty, 2 disallowed goals late on as well. Just rotten luck there. The Kortrijk draw was a shame because of the handball. Like, that's not something I can really control. Well, I don't know if that's a player trait or what that is, if it's just the game's decided to do a handball. Morale's not great. Team mood's not great. I've done a team meeting and even that didn't really change too much because I think we just done one. I think we did one around here and said that we were doing okay. And then after Lamel, we did another one saying, right, we need to pick up our heads. And there was little to no reaction. So yeah, things aren't going too well at the moment. So last episode, we were in 6th place in the league. We're actually in 10th now. We've dropped into the bottom half. We're level on points with Zolta, who beat us last episode. But yeah, we have now lost 6, won 10, drawn 11. January transfer window is all wrapped up. We did bring in a couple of free loans for right back. They're not really good enough for us, but it's the best I could do, seeing as we had no wage budget. So we've got Paris Elmansdorp on loan from Feyenoord. He's 21. His tackling's 12. He's got a bit of pace about him. Decision making's all right. He's pretty much going to be an emergency backup for if Sandy Walsh gets injured or suspended. And the same goes for Ryan Chateau. He's on loan from Antwerp. He's got, again, 12 tackling, 12 marking. Pretty well-rounded physically. He's determined, and again, he has good decision-making. But I brought his right-backs in on loan, pretty much blind, not really knowing too much about them and hoping they would be sort of quite good. We have also sold Kerim Merabti. He's gone to Kalmar for £1 million. So he's made the move to Sweden. He's gone back to Sweden. And yeah, he wasn't really playing too much for us. He's been here since 2020. So that means the wage budget is down to minus 5k. Of course, the board, because of our debt, slashed 20 grand a week from our wage budget. Looking at our finances, we're £6 million in the red. So the board decided to slash the wage budget. And now they're telling us that we're struggling to work within the wage budget because they cut it. So yeah, that's not really fair. But anyway, Cercle Bruges are our opponents today. They're in 15th place. So on paper, this should be 3 points for us. And God knows we need a win. So hopefully we can get one here. In team news, Luca Apollo has played the past few games because Redi de Boer had a couple of mistakes in him, including, giving away the winner against Zolta. We brought him in for a few games. He didn't really do too much wrong, but he's now picked up an injury, so he's going to be out for a couple of weeks. So that means that Redi de Boer will go back in between the sticks today. Vandenberg is also suspended for this one, so we're going to put Luca Bellato in there as that ball winner. And we're going to bring Botnovic back in because he had a really bad performance in his last game and he got dropped. Basilio and Konatar on the left-hand side I quite like. We've been playing good Johnson and Stanic up top because we've been missing Schwara for a couple of weeks. He had a virus, so he wasn't available for a couple of weeks. We're going to bring him back up top today because good Johnson and Stanic just don't score enough goals. And I'm trying to see what we can do about that to try and get those guys some more goals. I'm going to start Esahel alongside Van den Eyden as well. I think those two play quite well together. So this is what we're looking at for a first 11. We do have Cyril Ngonge back. He was on loan at Molenbeek for a bit, but we've brought him back in for the wings to see if he can maybe add something that we didn't have before. So that's just an option for out wide because, yeah, Traore's had a bad run of games. Togi's starting today. So, yeah, Ngonge is just another option that we can maybe use. In fact, I'm going to put him on the bench in place of Stanic. Okay, let's send the team out and let's see if we can get back to winning ways. Try and get our first win since the winter break. I think we need a thrash of the arms. And I expect nothing but a win to cut our recent run of bad results. That's not had much of a reaction. Let's go for a pump fists. And I trust you to make the difference. There we go. That's what I want to see from a team talk. A few more goals and you'll be in a much better position, right? Absolutely. Here we go, chaps. Let's get ourselves a win because God knows we need one. Okay, 5.5 minutes in. We have a corner and it's Captain Sandy Walsh that's trying to put this in. It's Botnovic at the near post. It's Basilio and it is 1-0 and it's taken less than 6 minutes. And that's the sort of start that we needed. That's the confidence boost that we need. Basilio gets, I think, his third of the season to make it 1-0. Botnovic at the near post with a glancing header. Basilio was there and that's a good start. That is the start that we want. Van Hong, which is a great name, and that's going to hopefully be dealt with by Marco Konatar. Wow. I mean, he kind of sold the goalkeeper short there, but thankfully we didn't concede from it. We do have to deal with this corner now, though. It's Hotic, And headed away by Van den Eyden. Okay. Bit of a scare there, but it's alright. Gone for a calm down in those shouts, and that seems to have done well. Just edging the possession game today. That's been a problem in those recent games as well, is we haven't really been doing very well at holding on to the ball. But here at least we are doing a lot better. Let's go a bit more positive. See if we can get a second goal here, because yeah, the fact we're only 1-0 up does kind of concern me. 37 minutes. It's Padula with a throw for Bruges. Here's Demand back to Padula. Kollatar's got to stay with him here. He's managed to get the cross away. De Boer with a clearance. It was an alright clearance. It wasn't the best in the world, but at least we still have the ball. Kollatar to Boknevitz. And he's going to go long to find Schweirer. Utkutz deals with that quite easily. And the misplaced pass there finds Basilio. And now it's Boknevitz again. Esahel to Schweirer. And he sent through Bas van den Eyden, who's looking for a 12th of the season. But that is a really poor pass. Terrible pass. That's where we need to be better. We just need to be better at creating those opportunities and making the best of it. Those final balls need to be good. Here's Hotic, and it's Christian's, and I think it might count, but it's going to be checked. Could be 1-1 Cercle Bruges here. I think he might have been onside, though. It's 1-1, and as what I said, we were only 1-0 up, and now we've been pegged back because we couldn't really build on that lead. He was definitely onside. Okay, about 3 minutes to go of the first half. Here's Togi from the Walsh throw-in. And Basilio should keep this in here. He does. And it's a good cross and it's deflected. Esahel's gone for goal. That's a great strike. I mean, Esahel makes it 2-1 with 42 minutes gone. Schweirer's effort took a deflection. It was cleared. And then Esahel with a really well-struck volley here, I think it was. Let's have a look at it again. Basilio did well to keep it in. Good cross. Schweirer's shot took a deflection. Esahel on the volley. He will not hit that any better than that. Really nice finish, and it's 2-1. Okay, much better performance by us in that 45 minutes. We did well possession-wise. We've had chances. We've got a couple of goals. That's a much, much better spell of football. 3 half chances. They had a couple as well. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing there. Just more of that. The second half has not really picked up at all. We're 62 minutes in. Not a lot has really happened. I think changes might be afoot. Togi's been pretty quiet today. Gone for a calm down, and that's made everybody quite happy. Right, Togi's going to come off. Let's play Cyril Ngonge. Let's see what he's got to offer. Inverted winger support. I want to see what he's got. Also, Johnson's going to replace Schweirer because I want to try and get him a goal. So double change. 15 minutes to go in what's been a really poor second half. Nothing has happened. Oh, it's a corner for Cercle Bruges. Okay, we've headed it away. It's Demand. Come on, deal with this, please. Okay, SL's done well in the air. It's de Klerk. That's a poor pass. Ngonge clears. Only as far as Thierry. Can we hold on for these 3 points here? We deserve them. We've been the better team in this game. If we drop points again, I ain't going to be very happy. Here's Van Hung, which I still maintain is a really great name. De Silva Lopez has gotten away from Basilio, but a good header away by Neuster. Here is Cyril Ngonge to Walsh. Van den Eyden. We need a third goal here to kill things off. Here's Good Johnson to Ngonge. And that's a good run past the defender. Good spell of dribble in there. Esahel. Basilio staying forward. Good Johnson. That's a great ball for Basilio. And he might have got us the third there. We have. It's 3-1 with 77 minutes gone. Basilio with 2 goals today. He's playing a bit further forward. He is a left winger today. Konatar's at left back. But he can do it. He's really good all down that left-hand side. And I think, you know, he should be playing further forward. He's playing better there than he is at left back, and he's got us a second goal. Well, our third, his second. 3-1. Hopefully, all 3 points and a much needed win. Okay, we've got one more change we can make. Basilio's done well today, and I think he deserves a rest. So I think he may well come off. 85 minutes, or 86 minutes coming up here. There might be a fourth on the cards here. No, Basilio's forward again here. And it's a cross, and it's Ngonge, and it's Van den Eyden. He has got a fourth. It's a 12th of the season for Bas van den Eyden. That centre mid attack. It just does stuff this year. And it is now 4-1. And this has turned into a really good performance, you know. I think we deserve 3 points. And I think the second half, while it took a bit of a while to get going, we've come good at last. And Ngonge with a header. Van den Eyden, another volley. Well struck. And a 4th goal. Where's this performance been for the past 6 games? It's our first win since the winter break. And it's an emphatic one at that. 4-1, great performance, and much needed after our recent spell of form. Much, much better. Very happy with the result and the way you played. Defended well. We know what we're capable of and we believe in our ability. Yeah. Like, I know these guys can win matches, and that proved my point. We just hit a bit of a bad spell as a much needed win. I decided to do the Bruges game instead of the Antwerp game because it was a game I thought that we could win. And I'd like to get that on camera, so I'm happy that we did. But our next match is against Royal Antwerp, and they are in 4th place. So that is going to be a difficult game. Of course, we were, challenging them for those spots before our run of form. So, that's not really a factor anymore. They're 9 points ahead of us, and they have a game extra to play. We've got 6 games left, and then all of these subgroups start up. You've got your Championship playoffs and your European playoffs. Hopefully, we can be involved in those European playoffs. We do need to finish 5th to 8th to get that, and at the moment, we are just short on goal difference from Anderlecht. So I think it's games 1, actually, that this is sorted on. Yeah, the league's primarily sorted by games 1, which is a bit of a strange one. I'm teasing with the idea of doing a double live com, because if we don't qualify for the top 8, then that will be our season done. After the Genk and Charleroi games, that will be it. But if we get into the top 8, then we'll have 6 extra games for the European Places playoff. So I think we're probably going to do a double live com of Genk and Charleroi, which might mean a long video next time with 4 off camera and 2 live comms. But yeah, I think we're going to play both Genk and Charleroi next episode, see if we can get into the top 8 and have a few extra games after this for some possible European football on the line. But that's going to do it for today. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, leave comments, and subscribe if you haven't, or if you're new, turn notifications on. Good to get back to winning ways today. That was a much needed performance after a pretty rotten spell. We had some terrible luck in there, but just didn't really play well enough to get, as many points as we did. We got 3 points from those 6 games. That was not good. But a big win against Cercle Bruges, and hopefully a confidence boost going into our final 6 games. And next episode, we'll see where we end up in the table. But for now, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.